I'm sure that you'll rarely find these women like Aishwarya, Sushmita, all these beauty pageant winners, Diya Mirza. You'll rarely find them sounding complaining. They would, rarely sound frustrated, agitated. And why? Well, because they understand that language is more than just words. It's a reflection of your state of mind, your emotions, and of course your personality. So when you choose softer, more polished words, you project a sense of, calm, control, refinement, and of course a mature personality of yours. So instead of reacting with frustration, they respond with composure. And how do they do that? They do it by using graceful vocabulary. Like, instead of calling somebody a man, right, they would of course replace this word with a gentleman, right? Gentleman, of course, is anyway used for a man who is full of poise and manners. So, let's replace this word, which is man, woman, say gentleman. For example, he always holds the door open for others, such a gentleman. Okay, rather, instead of saying woman, you must say lady. Hey lady, I really like your bag. She spoke with such elegance, such a nice lady she is, right? Instead of saying boyfriend or girlfriend, you must, replace these words with companion. All right, of course, which adds a depth, of course, in your relationship as well. For example, they've been wonderful companions for years. They've been wonderful, he has been wonderful boyfriend or wonderful girlfriend, companion, right? Instead of saying employees, you must use this word, which is professional. Professional means skilled individuals, right? For example, our team of professionals is dedicated to delivering, let's say, top quality results. Yes, instead of saying teacher, which means an instructor, you must, replace this word with an educator. I always call myself an educator, right? For example, as an experienced educator, I know how to conduct sessions for students, right? Now, for describing people, describing their characteristics, like, instead of saying polite, which is a fine word, you can replace it with a more graceful word, which is courteous, which means gracefully respectful. So he was courteous enough to apologize for the inconvenience. He was polite enough, okay, but let's make it sound classy. So we'll use this word. If somebody is charming, you can replace this word by, with this word, which is charismatic, right? Like, her charismatic presence made everyone feel welcomed and valued. If somebody is kind, we can, of course, replace this word with a classier and a more elegant word, which is compassionate, right? For example, that she's a compassionate lady, right? So she is a kind woman, she's a compassionate lady, right? She's compassionate enough to volunteer at the shelter every weekend. Yes, if somebody is brave, brave is a fine word, but we have to find a classier alternative. So we can, use the word which is valiant, which means bravely, noble, right? The valiant firefighter rescued the family from the burning house. Yes, if somebody is careful, you can replace this word with a classier alternative, which is prudent. Like, he took a prudent approach before investing his savings. Yes, for emotions and feelings like angry, let's forget this word and use this word, which is displeased, which means a calm disappointment. You're disappointed, you're upset, but calmly. You don't sound frustrated. Like, he seemed displeased with the sudden change in plans, but remained composed. Yes, you would never find this word using this word, which is nervous. They would always use the word which is apprehensive, right? Which means worried yet cautious, that I am in control. For example, she felt apprehensive before her, debut in Bollywood, right? Satisfied, a fine word, but again, a classier alternative is content, which of course, denotes or showcases a calm fulfillment. For example, after a long day's work, I felt contented with what I had accomplished in the day. Yes, sad, a basic word, which means you're feeling low, but a classier alternative is melancholy, which means a gentle sadness. There was a quiet melancholy in her voice as she spoke about her childhood memories. Happy, feeling, which means feeling joyful, but we'll replace it with the word which is delighted, which means joy but with charm. For example, she was delighted to see her friends surprise her on her birthday. Yes, some actions and behavioral vocabulary like good speaker, Never say you're a good speaker, she's a good speaker. We can replace it with the word which is articulate. Yes, which means fluent and expressive. She's an articulate presenter who keeps her audience engaged effortlessly. Accept, yes, which means to agree. We can replace it with this word which is embrace. You would always, find so many people using this word, embrace the change. He embraced the new idea with, delighted face. Yes, somebody who's bossy, let's avoid this word forever, like never use this word. It's a very harsh word. Instead we can say assertive. For example, her assertive leadership style ensured the project stayed on track, right? Instead of help, we can use the word facilitate, which means to make things easier. He facilitated the discussion by guiding the team through each step. Avoid, let's avoid this way, let's avoid that. Now, in place of that, we'll use the word which is refrain. For example, she refrained from making comments until everybody had spoken. Yes, so I hope you understand that choosing the right words can make a huge difference in how you come across, in how, your personality gets perceived to others. Instead of using basic or harsh words, pick softer words, pick, polished alternatives, which can instantly make you sound more thoughtful and a composed person. So words like displeased instead of angry, right? Words like melancholy instead of sad. You can of course use these words which can soften your tone and add a touch of elegance. And believe me, it's not about sounding fancy. It's about expressing yourself in a way that feels calm, confident and collected. You're not in a rush, you're not frustrated. Yes, additionally, when you're using these vocabulary, please ensure that do not sound restless or rushed, as I just mentioned. Speaking too fast can make even elegant words lose their impact. So, I'm sure you must have heard Sushmita Sen speaking. That lady brings so much poise in, what she says. Of course, she uses these vocabulary, but at the same time, her delivery is just so much on point. She's never in rush. She would take her time to communicate, to speak what she wants to, right? Additionally, when you are using graceful vocabulary, please avoid sounding robotic or rehearsed. Right? Graceful speech should feel natural and engaging. Not only this, but also try to, avoid overusing refined words to the point that it sounds forced or unnatural. Okay? Balance it out. Balance is the key. Yes?